Okay, welcome back. Last time we met, you were in town and you've pawned away a rather ridiculous gemstone in exchange for a staff that promises wonderful things.
I'm
Yeah.
so happy. I forgot about that.
So the shopkeeper did tell you it had one charge,
Yes.
and I believe your next step was to travel to Morger's Mound.
I believe that's what we were going
You're
to,
looking
yes.
for a gold tooth.
That's the one.
Are you able to link that to us in the magic items the way you gave us the opal and the shard? Or was it, like, rolled up? Because I don't remember what the staff was actually called.
Call a staff of power, and yes, I can give that to you.
Oh no, it's in the compendium. I'll be fine.
Okay, it's
Thank
also
you.
here.
Yeah.
But yes, it has one charge.
Able to... Oh, I see.
Well, if you click my link, it says staff %20 of %20 power, but...
Well, that's the innate way to...
You also know that this is also probably going to be known as the staff of the nuclear option.
Yeah. What's funny is I think it actually just got factored in. I dragged it into my equipment, and all my attacks are +9 instead of +7. That's
Wow.
nice. Excellent. Does it show up in my spells, too? No. Damn. Oh, well. But yes. So, Morger's Mound, then. Was there anything else we needed to do in town before we went? I think we had kind of covered it all well.
Yeah, I think you got it pretty much done. You, quote-unquote, got that bread.
And right, we were going to use the airship to fly there, and we have the club of dragon slaying.
I gave someone a shiny rock, and now we got a club or a baseball bat. That's a good deal, right?
Was it? Oh well. Yeah. So let's head to Morger's Mound then.
Okie doke. I imagine you're gonna take your airship.
Yes.
I find a nice corner to just wrap myself up into the fetal position.
You go check your location. See how long.
What's wrong with
it'll
Kreeck?
take.
Good question.
You were there when we identified the curse.
Oh right.
Oh,
yeah. He has to
yeah.
get wished.
The boy can't fly. Float,
Where
or be affected
did
by
my-
anti-gravity. He
You want
feels
some
rather
soup?
ill when he's in the air.
Yep, fetal position.
Airsick. Okay.
We should have bought soup.
It'll take about 1 day by airship travel to get you to Morger's Mound. There is a headwind, so it's slowing down travel a little bit.
Can I just mention that while Kreeck is in the fetal position, I'm sort of just trying to calm him down by singing a little song next to him. Like, it's okay.
I just want to fly.
It's just, hey, I'm your in-flight entertainment. I want to be a dragonfly.
Get real high.
Actually-
eat the sun.
Actually, this may be a stretch, Will, but are you okay with me role playing this as Vertigo instead?
Yeah, go ahead.
I
if you feel like you
believe I
have
can
vertigo.
fly.
But will a day pass so that I can attune and recharge the staff for 1 day, or is that going to
Yes,
take
you
one
can.
more? Okay. Should
Go
I
ahead
roll
and try
or
to
you
roll a recharge.
Try to roll. Isn't it to say
Yeah.
recharge so many?
Some roll.
It's 2d8 plus 4 if I'm looking at it correctly. 11 charges.
It has one charge.
Interesting. Okay. Oh, you mean it has 1 plus that, or it
No,
just
it
stays
has,
at 1?
It only stays at one charge.
Okay.
You're attuned
Oh.
to it, so you can tell that it only seems to have the capacity for one charge currently.
Interesting.
Still retains all of the innate properties of your staff, but for the spell
But for the
casting,
casting, I
it has
see.
one charge.
Are you sure you can't let me attune to just start whacking people with a +11?
Well, he can still cast the spells, but he'll have to roll a die every time he
No,
gets
I
over.
can't, because most of them take... I could cast Magic Missile or Ray of Enfeeblement. That is it.
Oh, well.
That's fine. The innate plus 2 is already kind of ridiculous. Letting
It
me
is
have,
a very
you know...
good boon, even without the charges.
Yeah.
So what's wrong with it then?
We'll have to find out. It might just
Yeah.
be something to work towards in the future.
For some fortuitously or coincidentally, maybe it's the staff of 20% power, as said. By
You mean a staff of 5% power?
That's got more than 5%. Come on, it's got all the passes.
Does that mean we only get 5% of the staff?
It's just a
And-
tiny little stick.
The stick of power.
The
No, you
toothpick
know
of
what this
power.
is? This isn't a staff of power. This is a staff of half of the time when I snap it, I go to another dimension.
Yeah, the staff of maybe escape. But yes, after day, in the bright morning, you can start seeing the terrain ahead, and your cultists will say this is roughly the area that you're asking us to take you to.
Am I the only one
Sounds good.
concerned by the fact that we're now calling them our cultists?
I'd just say don't think about it too much.
You're not a
Alright.
dragon.
Ah, that's how I opened it. Well, that's nice. There's a little tiny black box circle you can click to look at the items stuff.
They'll anchor the airship and they'll throw the rope ladder down. They say you can safely descend. We'll stay here till you ask us to come back. Yep.
I'll descend down first.
Okay. Well, here you are. You will have to fix your HP, Kreeck, because I took you from the Raven Rock.
Yep, I gotcha.
Looks like a giant dragon.
You all can
Ba-da-da.
see everything, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
Yep.
bright daylight, so you are able to see.
Looks more like a lizard, like a salamander or something.
Well,
Say,
can you see this? Is that? Are there words
Yeah.
there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I see
So-
excavation and bones.
Okay. Good. The colloquial area that the people around here like about Morris Mound is that it's a popular treasure hunting location, and there's evidence that people have been digging around and pulling things from out of these cairns. So you're definitely not the first ones to come and desecrate a tribal site.
Great, that means it's acceptable.
Within reason, I suppose.
Yes. Okay, so it looks like these little bush-looking things are the cairns, if I'm understanding that correctly.
Yes, the rocky little things are little stone mounds. Those are cairns.
Okay. Well,
Uh,
Marathi, you know what you need to do. Well, first let's get a way up to the cairn to each level, because it looks like
Yeah.
there's kind of a hill to climb.
Yeah.
There's
Although
a
it's-
climb, but it's not nearly as bad as the last one.
Yes, and there's no blizzard or anything, so
I'm
Visibility
guessing
is
like
clear.
the
and it's a
neck
nice day
area
out.
would probably be, or like the front of it might be the.
we can always just start. Well, I'm not actually moving to here. I'm just using my character to. I guess I could use the arrow for this. Start like up here and just kind of work our way down the back and then back up.
Yeah, and you know that this is the grids are accurate.
Yes,
Mhm.
so pretty much detect magic every turn could probably cover one of these squares because it's what a 50 foot, 60
50
foot.
foot per square.
It's 50 foot per
That's-
square, but diagonally that's what 70 feet say
Yeah, 70
averaged.
feet.
So it's a 60 foot. So if you like walk forward,
You can like double move.
yeah, 30 feet. Never mind.
Yeah.
But it does last for 10 minutes, so I feel like
Mhm.
each cast can kind of cover
Yeah.
a couple of squares at the very least.
Yeah,
So
I
we're
just
looking
realized,
for a
haven't we
giant-
been misreading that? Haven't we been saying that it takes 10 minutes to cast it as a ritual?
Yes.
It
When,
does.
when really you can concentrate for...
well, you have to still have
You-
to cast it for 10 minutes. It's just that
that
after
how
it
it
has an
works?
active
Yes.
10-minute
Okay.
charge.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's not like you need to be concentrating on keeping the spell up. You can't just be casting detect magic while you have it running, so you keep
Right.
like.
No, what I mean is like...
We're also doing it
takes
completely
10
wrong.
minutes
It's not a
just to
cone.
ritual cast it.
It's not a cone. It's just 30 feet
around
around
you.
you.
That's
yeah.
30
I
foot,
didn't
yeah.
talk about cones or anything. I said
I know. I'm
does
just
it
saying
take
that's
10
something
minutes to
else I've
ritual cast?
noticed, and it absolutely does.
Okay. That's why I wanted to make sure.
It's just every ritual spell takes 10 minutes.
Okay.
Well, I mean, we're looking for a giant tooth. Wouldn't it make sense to be in the head
Oh.
part?
It's not... I don't think it's the golden tooth of this thing.
It's
I'm
not a
sorry.
Wasn't it the
lizard.
golden tooth of a giant?
It is the golden, or no, we found the ring and the club, and then here was the tooth. That's right. Yeah.
Yes, you're looking for a gold giant's tooth.
Yeah.
Also, we're wrong. It's not 10 minutes. It's 10 minutes on top, so it's 10 minutes and 6 seconds.
Oh man,
Oh.
forget that counter.
My
man.
God.
That's a what, 101 rounds?
All right. Well, I'm gonna see if I can start climbing the top of this.
Is it? Because it looks like it's kind of just like a hill. Do we need to make climb checks, or can we just kind of work our
Nope,
way up?
you can gently slope your way up.
All the way up to this.
I'd
weird
like to
stone.
file a formal complaint about the slurs I've heard.
What? Slurs.
Slope.
Oh.
That's one of those archaic ones, though, I feel.
Can I inspect the bone to see what the hell this thing is made out of?
Sure.
I swear
would be
to
in
God.
nature.
It's made of
It would be in
bone.
nature.
18.
Well, it's certainly bone. It's
God
not like
damn
an
it.
effigy of anything. They are dragon bones.
Oh,
Okay. That's good to know.
I guess that's why they made it in the shape of a lizard.
It could also just be a dead dragon.
That's poppycock.
I don't know, I feel like these
Kreeck,
are...
who's been teaching you these weird words?
The nice man at the alchemist shop.
Yeah.
I
Kreeck
like
has
that
been
guy.
studying.
He should have given you a bottle of wish.
Man, I think he would do a. I don't think he would. He'd do a
Yeah.
lot better than some dude who killed a raven at once.
Anyways.
So,
Can I
shall I
look
get
into
started,
one of
I
these
guess?
excavation areas? Like, does it look like it goes through? Like, this one goes to the other side?
No, they all kind of end after about 5 or 6 feet inside. Like you start hitting rock instead of just soft dirt. So it would take a dedicated mining team to break through all that.
Oh dear, I'm getting some flashbacks here.
You aren't the one digging it.
I was the one who almost died, though.
So, do you guys want me to just walk along the spine detecting magic?
I mean, yeah, that's our best bet for right now.
Okay.
While he's
So
doing that, I'll inspect the different excavation sites and see if I can find anything interesting.
Yeah, might as well just kind of pick a spot, inspect, and then we can fall back on the detect magic. We've got 10 minutes for him to do that.
Yeah.
I'll check this one.
Check this one, I guess.
So just as they're checking, I'm moving along the spine with detect
Well,
magic.
first you have to spend 10
Well,
minutes
yes,
casting.
obviously that should be a given.
Let's
Right.
see how this works.
Is it investigation or perception?
Honestly, if we're searching really heavily, I'd probably say investigation, but that's on
Make
Will.
investigation. I'm gonna say if you all spend 8 hours looking around, because this is gonna take a while, you can all make an investigation. Murata can make one with advantage because he's detecting magic.
Interesting, okay.
All
I'm
right.
okay with spending the day searching. I mean, we need to find the thing anyways, so.
Well, it is morning, so you'll basically get into the afternoon doing this.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so each of us, should I just keep that investigation I rolled then?
Yeah.
Right.
I don't see Jack.
I did better than you! Also, Maradi, you made 2 rolls, but the results were never received.
I got 17 and 8.
I know, I
No,
see
uh,
them. I'm just
okay.
making fun
You're
of
still
that.
having that problem, but I have no
Yeah,
idea why.
that's weird.
All right, I got
Well,
a
if you want
14
credit
over here.
for your work, you need to turn it into the teacher.
You didn't even put your name on it. You're supposed to use a number
God.
2 pencil.
Jesus fucking...
Well, after 8 hours of scouring the area, you're turning up a lot of bupkis. Nobody can really detect anything magical or unique without further excavating the area.
Can anyone appraise this butt? How
I-
much is
I-
it worth?
1 kiss.
Mwah.
Great, we got it.
Alright, let's get out of here.
We got all the
Weirding
value
me
we
out.
can out of this place.
After a certain point, I'm just like leaning on one of these giant spine pieces.
Wait, are you pulling that Yu Yu Hakusho card?
Yes, I am.
Hope you lubed up.
Are you telling me
but
he's some sort of spiritual detective?
I'm gonna see, like, I'm gonna start to see if I can, like, if this area on the top is like soft dirt or if it's like rock.
Could you point again?
Pretty much where I'm at, like near the dragon bone pieces
It's all
here.
pretty soft dirt, as far as you can tell. Since there's an excavation point here, you can see, like, after about 6 or so feet, it gets harder.
Because I'm curious if these like spines are connected to anything.
Try to excavate one. It'll take you a couple hours, though.
I got time.
Do you want to do anything else for the next 8
Uh,
hours as we
yeah,
descend into evening?
I'll try doing detect magic as a ritual, moving along these little mounds here.
The
So like going
cairns?
from here to here to here, so on and so forth, going all the way around.
Okay.
Can I investigate a different entry point on the
Yes.
dragon? I'd like to
Yeah.
investigate over here.
Okay.
No one's touched that spot, right?
I figured the 8
Yes.
hours was just kind of
The day.
overall search. Like we weren't spending 8 hours searching each individual excavation. We were just kind of looking all over the place. I mean, unless anyone has any better ideas, I'll just continue searching. Maybe I can get lucky. Find
Yeah,
something.
same here.
Same rolls, everybody.
Sure.
Maradi, you still have advantage because you're detecting magic.
Cool.
Nope.
All
Bam!
right, Bob Kiss all around.
Yeah, it's starting to get dark.
Hmm.
Still haven't found anything worth up. Although I will say, after 8 hours of digging around, you do see that these bones are not connected. They're just been spiked into the ground and reburied,
Huh. Interesting.
almost decoratively.
I mean, we could always knock down one of the bones, see if there's anything underneath. They have to be cemented in something, right?
Well, I'm tired. This has been like 8 hours of hard investigation and digging, so I'm gonna start building camp over here, I guess.
Yeah, I'll go over and I guess we'll just help set up camp.
So why aren't we just retiring to the airship that dropped us off here? And I'll point back to the airship.
How far away is the walk?
It'll take you about 30 minutes to get back on the ship, I would say.
I prefer being right here on the ground. Thank you very much.
Oh, right. Cursing.
Ah, yes, of course.
Hmm. Well, do we stick as a group with Kreeck's deficiencies, or do we
I mean,
split?
it doesn't bother me none, sir.
Same. I'm already
I'll
starting
start
to build.
setting
Alright.
up the tent, I guess.
Good, you did it before I told you to.
He'll be a proper servant yet.
It's just the courteous thing to do.
Anyways. Yeah, I think we're going to be spending the night. Are we spending it here at the cairns or walking off in the distance?
Yeah, maybe keep at least somewhat safe at a distance.
Yeah,
In case,
that's fair enough.
barbarian zombies or something.
Just
So-
regular old normal barbarians even.
So, like, do we want to be up
Or
here?
regular
Or
old
do we want to be,
zombies.
like, down here-ish?
I'd probably say a good 300, 500 feet this way. So,
Okay.
edge of the map-ish, comparatively.
We'll camp on this nice M. It
Yeah,
looks spacious.
For Mateus.
Okay. You can go ahead and make a camp. Go ahead and take a rest.
Right.
Yay!
Are you taking a watch?
I'll
just
take
kinda retire.
watch.
Alright. All night.
I mean, I figure we can each do 2 hours. That usually
Mhm.
that
You can
usually works
rotate.
to allow
For 4
people
people,
full
you can
rest.
rotate 2-hour shifts.
Yeah, that's
if
fine.
you take a 10-hour rest, I guess.
Yeah.
Everybody gets their 8 hours. But yeah, you can do that. Sorry, just rolling. Assuming it's going to be Shao, Kreeck, Mateus, Maradi.
Sure, that works.
Yep.
Mateus, during your watch.
Of fucking
Nothing-
course.
Nothing happens, but you hear howling in the distance.
Can I recognize it? Like with the nature? Is it just
Uh,
regular?
Roll nature. Yeah, roll nature for sure.
It's the howling of a dragon beast.
You don't know enough about the area to know if wolves or other lupine creatures are native to here. Don't think it's anything though, so you just tuck back to sleep.
Aren't I watching?
When your watch is up, you don't even
Okay.
mention it to the others.
That's fine. No, it's just I'm so made calm that I just go to sleep and not wake up Maradi.
That sounds nice. But yeah, the morning will come and
Oh,
we'll,
okay. Morning will come. Works for me.
emerge from your sleep.
I mean,
Where
Way he
exactly? You went to
said that.
camp up here?
Yeah, we're essentially about as distance away from it as this is, like 400 feet from the mound. Just
1 second.
2 seconds. 3 seconds. 4
Make it
seconds.
6.
Okay.
deal.
does that mean we're rolling initiative?
Not yet.
He said yet. Metagaming.
I've already got my finger
I
on the
pull out
button.
my sword and I stab Kreeck instinctively. Clearly has been taken over by something. No.
Something has eaten his brain in the night.
Yeah, God, that was...
You will emerge and you'll find. Can you see his name?
No.
Because they're not using his name. I just needed his icon. You see a
Okay.
group of 3 dwarves huddled around the side of the cairn.
Do we
They all
recognize
have
any?
pickaxes and shovels, and they're singing little songs.
Are
Oh,
they
God.
wearing similar gear to those dwarves we met in the Cloud Giant's tower?
These dwarves don't seem to be military. They all
Okay.
seem to have mining gear, like overalls. They're not armored. They got pickaxes and shovels. You spot a lunch basket. They got like loaves of bread.
That reminds me. Go make breakfast, Maradi.
You see a wheel of cheese, but for some reason none of you wants to eat it.
I think we all just kind of mentally block out images of cheese. It's just, there's nothing there.
We've all become lactose intolerant.
Lactose intolerant doesn't mean you don't see cheese.
In this
No,
case,
it means
this
you just
situation,
don't
it
tolerate
I
really
will
don't
does.
exist.
believe in cheese.
If you get
It's
attacked
just
by
a
some sort
myth.
of weaponized cheese, I'm gonna remember this. It'll be invisible to you.
Lactose disbelievant.
Anyway,
Lactose atheist.
seem to be-
Lactose theist.
they seem to be focused on
That
their
mean you
work,
believe
so
in
they,
cheese.
so you can. They haven't like acknowledged you. They actually don't even seem to notice you right now.
Shall we go say hello?
Yes, let's end this farce of a joke. It's gone too far.
That's not nice to
Fireball.
talk. That's
We
not
were
nice
never
to talk
Say
Ah,
about.
no,
dwarves?
that's not what I mean. I mean, I guess it came out as saying that the dwarves were a joke, but I meant the cheese bit.
Nope. You've
I guess
officially
I've
made
committed
dwarves
to
a joke.
being genocidal towards dwarves. Okay.
Yeah, call it a character trait.
Would it be a
But,
flaw or ideal?
It depends on how much you like dwarves. But yeah, as you approach, one of them's going to look up from, and his soot-covered hands are going to wave and say, "Hail, friends! Have you come to seek treasure in this fine morning as well?"
Did they
Why,
get
indeed.
soot? There's nothing to burn here.
They have a little campfire.
Do they stick their
Cold.
hands in it?
Well, you got to tend the fire. They're not going to use their pickaxes. Those are tools.
You have
Does anyone
no
speak
knowledge of how the
dwarf?
common man
Nope.
They're speaking common.
Does anyone speak dwarf?
You're just
Nope.
asking aloud. Does anyone speak dwarf? Like, excuse me, sir.
I speak undercommon, but I don't think they would appreciate that.
Yes, go ahead and piss off the 3 random NPCs.
This is nothing new
I mean,
for
you
us.
say that.
Your campaign. Go ahead.
But
You
yes,
heard it.
no,
It's
I,
our campaign.
I say hello, and yes, we are, in fact, in a sense. We seek something rather specific, though.
Dwarves are gonna exchange each other looks and say, "Oh, really? Well, we've just been here and we've got fairly lucky. We've seemed to come across a bit of a hoard ourselves. What you're looking for is among what we've uncovered."
You wouldn't have happened to found a gold tooth.
A
He's going
gold
to
tooth
wag
the
his finger and
size
say,
of your
"The first rule of
fist.
negotiation is never reveal what you have at the table, friend. That one's free. Obviously, you haven't been in Mirabar very long.
No,
Not in
can't say
Mirabar
I-
now.
Yes, but it is the nearest city to this excavation site. Tell you what, do you have anything to trade? We could give you the whole lot of what we found in a little bundle, if you can present us something that we might want."
I looked through my bag and literally it's like arrows, a hunting trap,
It
and like
depends.
4 bottles of alcohol.
Maybe we have what you want, maybe we don't. We need to know. What are you looking for? Obviously, you're still searching for things after you found this hall, so you haven't found it yet.
Very true. But the morning is young and we're full of optimism. Our sweat really doesn't translate much to your benefit, because if we've already picked up what you want, then I see that we have the advantage.
I see this negotiation is going to take a while. I'm just going to go over here, sit down, and open the bottle.
As you rummage through your
It's
pack,
5 o'clock somewhere.
the glint of that silver warhammer seems to catch the eye of one of the dwarves as he looks at it, and then you, and then quickly looks back at Mateus and smiles and says, "Are you sure you don't have anything you might want to trade?"
Would I have?
I will go.
Would I have?
I will go
noticed that?
converse with my
Oh yeah, he was being
compatriots.
really obvious because it caught him completely off guard.
Wow.
Or did we get that warhammer again? It was from the giant layer, right?
Yeah.
It was the one we
Maybe.
took the
Quick
gem out.
huddle.
I mean, I excused us. We're group huddling.
Mhm.
But yes, I mean, we were planning on selling it anyways, correct?
Yep.
It's true. And at the very least, whatever they did have, if it's not containing the gold tooth, is probably worth something.
And honestly, we can show it if this is what they want. They'll show us what they have. We can always say no. It's not a deal.
Something
once
tells
we...
me that they're a bit craftier than that. They will just be like, "Yes, thank you for this," and then shove us whatever they've found.
Then we don't accept
Take
that
the deal.
Yeah. I mean, they can try, but
They also seem fairly earnest, or at least as earnest as dwarves can be.
to be
I don't
fair,
know much
remember
about
last
dwarves.
time we dealt with dwarves, I tipped one of them and they started bitching at me. So
My drinking spot has become rather loud.
Poor Shal has an open bottle. He's like, "I'm trying to alcohol."
As long
5
as things
o'clock
don't
somewhere.
resolve into violence.
Yeah.
It was
5
5
a.m.
o'clock like 2 hours ago.
he's been awake for 3 hours and is woefully underdrunk.
Hair of the dog.
Anyway.
Anyways, yeah, I think we show it and see what they have. Break.
Alright, I'll pull the
Go
hammer out of
team.
my bag.
Win sports ball.
Dwarves will look at each other. So that's mighty finely crafted warhammer you have there. May I ask where you came across it?
You may ask. I believe you told us once before that, something to do with holding information.
You're gonna whisper and say, "Fine, keep your secrets then." But let me offer you this: in exchange for letting us hold it and inspect it for its craftsmanship, we'll tell you the number of items we found. And Jasper here is a sorcerer; he could tell you if they're magic.
Bye, Jasper.
Does that seem fair, everyone?
As long as they promise just to hold it and inspect it and nothing more. Well,
Trader's honor, sir. Not
and
traitor,
return
but
it
traitor.
to us.
Alright, I'll walk over and hand it to
Traitor.
the one that was talking.
Traitor.
The leader will eagerly grasp this warhammer, and he'll say,
Nice,
"Yes,
that's good to hear.
old, very, very old." In fact, and he starts muttering to himself, talking about sigils and houses and honor, something about a grudge.
That
Other
sounds like
dwarves.
usual dwarf
Dwarves.
talk.
Other dwarves will start whispering and nodding, and the trader will return the warhammer back to you, and he says, I will be honest, this is a singularly spectacular item for our house. Our house has been looking for its hammer for quite a long time. It was lost in the north when an adventurer from the family went, and he never returned. It is missing ruby that we did in Sorcerer. Well, do you know what happened to that?
I'm not saying anything.
Ba-dum-bum.
They'll say, well, we can never really expect. We never expected to find the hammer in the first place. I guess it itself is still worth much. Very well. You let us inspect it, and we'll hold up our end of the bargain. We found 3 items in this dig site. Jasper has told us 2 of them are magical. One of them seems to be made of pure gold, so we thought we might just sell it anyway.
So wait, it's 2 items and the third is made of pure gold, or
Yes.
Okay. If you don't mind me asking, is the ruby like a part of your house? Does it have more power to it? I'm just wondering, like, was it a historical artifact or was there something more?
I'll say we don't typically discuss family secrets. Why don't you roll a diplomacy to see if you can't coax it out of them?
Sure.
Persuasion.
I'm very good at that.
Sure.
Wow, yeah.
Well, so if you don't have it, there's really no harm in not saying it. There was a time where demons were plentiful in Mirabar, and the
Oh,
story
no.
goes that the paragon of our house was able to trap one inside.
Oh
that
no.
Oh no!
Oh, this is gonna be great going back to Mirabar.
You say that like we're going back to Mirabar
We're
at this
definitely
point.
going back to Mirabar.
It'll be great.
But you know,
I'm going to surreptitiously hide my staff behind my back.
we'll say it. If the gem is lost, then I'm sure nothing bad can come out of this. Do we have a trade? We will
What's
eagerly
the
accept the
worst
hammer
that
for
can
these
happen?
I'd say it's a fair trade.
I'm
Yep.
okay with handing the trade off, although one more group huddle as I point out one last thing.
Uh,
The last time we made a trade like this, we traded a fucking demon ruby to a man.
I know, it seems pretty good to me.
Alright, I'm just pointing that out. We do not have a good track record of trades. Unless we're following the,
Look, as
breadcrumb
long
path.
as we keep learning what we did, like we did just now, there's always an opportunity to undo it.
Also, is this the kind of situation where it'd be ironic because I was the one that sold it?
Yeah, I think that's to be expected of a tiefling,
Yeah.
actually.
None of you
That's-
None of you had done anything to try to identify what that ruby was, other than a ruby.
I would try to detect magic, but I guess that wouldn't detect if it was like just a seal.
If it's something that's containing some powerful
Yeah.
demon, it might have heavy abjuration to
Mhm.
shield it from
Mhm.
prying
But yeah.
eyes.
That's a fair trade.
You do think that the jeweler that bought it off you, or
That's the big thing. Does he
the
do-
alchemist guy that you pawned it off, didn't seem like he particularly knew that his ruby contained
the
something
demon.
terrible.
But at the same time, that could honestly be worse in a way, because
Yeah.
now instead of knowing that in the future there's going to be a demon outbreak, it's just going to happen eventually. And
Like,
we don't know
what if
when.
he
The
tries
way
to
I see
cut
it,
the
we've
gem,
made an
and
opportunity
then
for ourselves
that
to clear the
throws
place of
off,
demons.
the stuff keeping it prisoned.
At the same time, next time we go to Mirabar, we might just want to check to make sure he's not under its power. It
I
might
feel
be
like we
considered.
should go to Mirabar first thing, soon as we find the Skull Tooth.
Eh.
Either
Yeah,
way-
no, I knew you would say that, which is why I'm saying we should go to Mirabar.
All right, if that's what you think. But yes, for now, let's not worry about maybes and instead worry about the certainties. We'll make the
Deal.
trade.
Ah.
I'll give
Okay.
him back the hammer.
They'll accept it humble and bow, and they will
Now we
hand
get
you a
2
small
potions of
box.
healing and a gold coin.
Yeah.
I'll
They'll
take the
say,
box.
I hope you're finding what you're looking for. You've certainly done our house a great favor by returning this vaulted weapon to our arsenal.
No
Out of
worries.
say,
We
boys,
also-
Boys, to Mirabar, back we go. We have a triumphant day ahead of us.
Out of curiosity, do you guys happen to know what the name of the demon was in that gem?
That's just an old folks' tale that our mothers told the sons.
Old
knows
folks'
if it's
tale and
true?
also demon names are very prized secrets.
Yeah,
so-
if you know a demon's true name, it has to obey you.
Yeah.
And mispronouncing it causes it excruciating pain and kind of cements the fact that it's probably going to claw your eyes out once it gets free of you somehow.
I don't
Yeah,
think it'd go
but
for
yeah.
the tongue.
The dwarves will start to pack up their equipment and start merrily marching back.
As
As
they
they-
leave, I'll
Oh.
put the box down and start opening it.
I figured it. I guess it could be a large box, but
You see, one is, it looks like a silver hold. Man, kind of like you can definitely tell there's a liquid inside of it, but instead of glass, it's made out of silver,
Like a flask?
like gilded silver. Yeah, kind of like an ornamental flask.
Yoink!
There's still liquid in there.
for the love of God, Shal, that's not alcohol. You can put alcohol in it, but
There's also a copper scroll case that seems intact and bound with a wax seal.
I'll hand that to
Can we
Seamus.
identify the seal at all?
excellent choice. I can read.
The wax is very faded, but it's still protecting the scroll case.
Okay, but it's not like a seal where it's got like the mark of a certain house.
No,
So
no,
there's
it's
no
very
seal
mundane.
ring punched
Yeah, it's
in.
just a literal seal. Okay.
Okay. Well, if that's
and
the
the
case, I'll.
last is a fist-sized tooth,
Hey,
go.
aces.
made in gold.
Well, let's double check. Can we identify it as what Harshnag described? Maybe it's a dragon gold tooth.
Yeah.
It's the tooth Made of gold. Anybody got medicine?
mean-
Sure.
This isn't a tooth at all.
You can surmise, Mateus, that it should fit a giant's mouth. Not magic, though. It's just a
Okay.
mundane gold tooth.
Do we know
That makes
the-
sense.
Did he say it was magical items and things that were?
He said
Like
there were two magical
cultural.
items and one other item.
No,
that was
no,
not
I'm
magical,
talking about
that
what
was made of
Harshnag
gold.
told us. The things
Oh.
that were stolen. Like we were told that some of them were magic, but some were not. Correct?
You were just told that they were important to the giants.
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
The magic inference, like you struck magic twice with the Raven Rock and one,
Mhm.
but you're not guaranteed.
Guaranteed,
They're not
yeah.
guaranteed to be magic.
That's understandable. But yes, so
I think that this tooth is very important to the person that got its token taken from. How much does this thing weigh anyway?
if it's solid gold giant tooth the size of what, probably like an apple or like a grapefruit, that's gonna be fairly hefty, I think.
Well, it's not solid gold. You can knock
Okay.
it and tell that it's hollow. It seems like it's a gold-plated tooth, though.
Yeah.
Ew.
Whatever enamel might have rotted away, so that's why it's kind of hollow on
Okay,
the inside.
so-
Makes sense.
Yeah. Now here's the real question: is it a molar or an incisor or?
The canine.
This guy got a gold filling.
Giant.
Canine,
Chase,
itself, 'cause
we
it has a
have
point.
a gold tooth.
Anyways, I'm going to open the scroll case and see what it says inside.
I'm gonna move away.
After, I mean, this thing is old, but apparently it's written in the magical language that you can understand.
I think it's just magic.
Yeah, it's written
Magic-y.
in
In
the
Magic.
language of magic.
Magickies.
It is a scroll of tiny hut.
Interesting.
Oh.
Okay. That's a fun spell.
Yeah.
Now, can I even cast it? Bard and Wizard. I hand it to Maradi.
Haha.
Can we inspect this flask also?
Sure. The stopper seems to have worked its, it seems to work.
Worked its
There's
magic.
liquid inside, and as you open it up, it has a visible pop of air. Does not smell alcoholic, though, much to Shal's dismay.
Well, maybe it's one of those magical alcohols that doesn't smell like it, but actually just gets you wasted. And then
You
you
think this is
wake
a
up.
refillable
You
thing?
wake up a
Fuzzy
week
navel.
later, and
You can
We
taste
need,
the
like, a-
liquid, I guess, to identify it.
all right.
well, let's do this. We're gonna head back to the airship, plot a course for Mirabar, and on our way there, we can try and identify what this is.
All right.
You can climb aboard your airship, and as you travel, you can go ahead and taste that potion.
So what's that?
And
An
that liquid.
Arcana or?
No, apparently the rules are if you taste it, you can tell what it is.
I'll
Oh,
taste
Well,
it.
okay.
It is a potion of greater healing.
Oh,
Nice.
Nice.
And I'm guessing the outside flask, the ornamental flask, could be worth a good penny.
It is very fancy, and it is definitely made of silver. A little burnished, a little polishing could increase its value, but it is the real deal.
while we're on our way back, I'll start trying to polish it a little bit.
You have plenty of stuff to do that.
Do you
Just
have
pour some of
silver
your whiskey
polish?
on it.
You'll need an acid to actually polish it.
All right, I guess I'm waiting till I get back to Mirabar to do that. Assuming it's not being overrun by demons.
We're only gone for like a day. What are the odds? Oh god, Mirabar's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
Well, there was
connect
that
to
one
Mirabar.
time in Tomb that we gave
We-
that construct over.
No, clearly. We get to Mirabar, and out in front, there are these two obsidian obelisks with a glowing red portal in between them.
Yeah.
Great, he's made a doom gate.
One guardsman yells, "Stop! You violated the law." Yes. No, everything seems to be as you left it in Mirabar.
So how do we want to approach this? Do we tell him that the gem contains a demon and potentially fill him in, or...
I feel like it might be better to just find something to trade for the ruby back.
It might be pretty difficult considering how rare this staff is. Although at the same time, I'd like to find out what's going on with the staff and why it can't hold more than a charge.
And you can get angry at him and tell him, yeah, well, we sold you a demon ruby.
That sounds like the exact opposite of what I want to do, but...
I
Yeah,
have the
I
last laugh.
think
I
it'd be
gave you the
best
demon
to-
ruby. Oh, you mean the Chaos Emerald?
These Chaos Emeralds. and learn intensifies.
What is an emerald but a ruby in green? What is glass but tortured sand?
Jesus fucking Christ. I know that's from something, too.
Vampire. For the
Right.
prologue.
The pretentious game.
Yes.
Oh, at first I thought you were talking about Masquerade.
No, that's
actually a fun game.
No,
Yeah.
it's a fun story and a bad game.
But yeah,
I mean, if nothing happened in Mirabar, I'm good with just kind of moving on to the next one.
I'll get some silver polish on my way there.
that'll cost you, ironically, 1 silver piece.
Neat.
So,
I don't know, I think that's breaking the
Mateus,
budget.
let me just check. You're okay with leaving Mirabar, and we won't have to worry until what we've done has already blown up in our face. Is that right?
Well,
I
first
mean,
it's gonna blow up in everyone else's
here's
face.
my question. We can either, one, tell him what he has and potentially accelerate that, or two, try and convince him to buy back the gem, probably fail and waste a bunch of time. Or we can try and find something we could trade.
That kind of negative thinking is going to get us nowhere, sir.
I thought you were going to say, that sounds like more our speed.
I mean, I'm just trying to keep things moving along. We can always find something worth trading to him on our adventures as well.
Sure, but I mean, think of it this way. Like, the Giants and the Ordning, yeah, that's a pretty big issue. But then we've also got the potential of a demon destroying an entire city, or worse.
Don't forget.
Who knows? We don't have a clock on that.
Here's the thing. We do have a clock on that, except for Mateus.
That's an entirely separate thing.
Yes, no, I know. But we have a clock on us, too. We have a lot of things vying for our attention here.
Man's not wrong.
I mean,
And,
how about
top it
this? We
all
can do
off,
some research
I
to
have-
see what could have sealed a demon in a ruby and what is necessary to make it free. If it's breaking it, then he probably won't, but if even carving it will, then yes, we need to do something.
Maybe he
Right.
it only activates if he shoves the gem into his skull.
No, that's how you seal it, right?
Could I maybe do an Arcana to see if maybe I've read a book somewhere that told me this information? Like,
There are a few more maybes,
No,
and maybe
this
he'll
is a
agree.
very-
I went to college, okay?
Yeah, but you didn't go to Wizard Demon College. You went to Bard College.
Yeah, Shal went to demon college.
No, I didn't go to college.
Never knew his father. Don't know what that has to do with college, but I thought it was pertinent to know.
Poor man.
Thank you for revealing the worst part of my life.
You're welcome, buddy.
Anyways, in all seriousness, if we want to do something about it, we can. It's just, what do you suggest?
I would suggest, I suppose, that we convince the fellow to, trade us something for that gem. If we have to trade the staff back, I mean, we could always say, hey, you gave us a faulty staff.
That's
But-
fair enough if you can convince him to do that, but that definitely feels like takesy-backsies.
Did he say no refunds?
I think it's kind
Mirror
of
bar.
implied, but
That's written on the gates.
It's Mirabar.
I mean, if we feel that's the most pertinent thing to do, we can.
It's not whether it's pertinent, it's the right thing to do.
All right, that's the thing.
It's the good thing to do. An entire city is in danger of possible demon,
Apocalypse.
yeah. Depending on the strength of the demon, maybe, yes.
Well,
Check something real quick. Keep saying DC 11. This should be going up.
well, while they're talking about that, I'm just polishing the neat
Little
potion bottle.
flask. Okay.
I wonder what happened to the person who originally had this.
This is my most subtle attempt. On your way over to the guy, you see a molehill. And one of you goes, "Ha, it's a pretty cool looking mountain."
Ba-dum-bum.
Man, that I gotta say that's some light touch storytelling there.
I'm just trying to play my alignment here.
I mean, obviously, didn't we try to look at the ruby before, and we weren't able to tell if it was magical or not?
I don't think we did.
And we tried to identify the warhammer, and it was non magical.
Oh right, yeah, we did.
Though we never checked the gem. Probably because we assumed of it as just like part of the hammer.
That's what I assumed, but
I mean, I'm still curious. Like, my main thing is I'm curious about the staff itself and why it can't be charged. So I'd want to go and ask him about that.
that would be something we could do.
While
Like,
we're in town,
I'd
at the very least, we can ask him about the staff.
get some breadcrumbs for that. See if there's some way to fix this, or if it's just going to be a faulty staff that, you know, even if I can't snap it to do 320 damage in a circle around me, I can still have some fun with it. Yes, at the very least, we'll ask him about that.
Okay. So you go to the shop, and the guy goes, "Oh, hello.
Hello.
Good to
We're
see you
back.
so soon. Did you find me another?
I
ruby to sell?"
actually. Oh, sorry.
We're back from our travels, just stopping by a mirror bar, and we just wanted to ask. It seems like we've identified the staff that we have traded, but it doesn't seem to hold a charge. Is there a story behind this, or?
Well, I did tell you it had one charge.
It's fair enough.
I guess that is a little dishonest on my part, but to be fair, you didn't tell me about these demonic runes on this ruby.
To be
So-
fair, we didn't notice.
Though I do expect none of you would have a jeweler's eye in your traveling.
So that's
gear.
what jewelers really work towards. Seeing demonic runes. I'll
Oh,
have to
yes.
file that.
Yes, the staff only has one charge. It's if I gave you a fully functioning staff of power, you would need to bring me 10 of these to field the cost.
Wait.
Yeah, that's fair.
By that calculation, wouldn't that mean we should have 2 charges in this staff?
The alchemist thinks for a moment.
I couldn't even follow that logic.
Yeah. What?
Well, there's 20 charges in it, and each area.
You're all theorizing that the value of the staff is based on the charges. I would repute
Yeah.
that immediately.
Honestly,
Look,
I want to say
don't know magic very well. Just because I can do like 2 magical spells and heal people doesn't mean I'm very accustomed to this.
it's a very overload. Well, we'll do this discussion later. We don't have too much time, but
Yeah.
I'll say that is understandable. I just wanted to be
Have a great
sure
day.
and make sure that there wasn't anything we could do to potentially fix this.
He's going to say the magic items isn't really my field. The staff came to me in that position, and I've only kept it from degrading further.
As a
Although I don't-
de-sexing stick.
Although I don't believe that you're in any danger of it regressing. Whatever wizard or sorcerer who used it before you must have done something to it to put it in that condition. Although what I can tell is it's not getting worse from here.
That's good
Listen,
to know.
I gave you a faulty staff. You gave me an emerald, or you gave me a ruby. I literally cannot sell. I've contacted somebody at the various temples, and I'm expecting a wizard to come by to see if they can purge this thing at a nominal cost. But I'm just going to accept that as a business loss, and I would recommend that we are reckoned.
Thank
And
goodness.
that is understandable, and I'll give you one last bit of information. If you are unable to purge the gem, we know a seller who would be very interested in buying that. If you speak to the dwarves of Mirabar,
Yes.
they may wish to.
I'll go look for the dwarves.
Yeah.
I'll tell them the
We
house
probably
we
should have
spoke
asked for
to.
the house.
I assume we either
I'm sure.
recognized or.
He'll say yes. I believe I know who you're talking about. This didn't come from a warhammer, did it? Those dwarves don't ever shut up about that stupid warhammer.
Funny
Yeah.
you should mention that.
Our great grandfather killed the archdemon Belial. Doo-ga-doo-ga-doo. You know, as they go.
If that is
That's-
actually true,
That's not
good
his
for
name.
them.
I'm exaggerating. Nobody utters demon names around here. We don't
Before
do
we
that
leave, though,
here.
I do ask that you give us at least a complimentary staff.
A complimentary
Cleaning.
staff.
Fuzzy holder that has your insignia on it.
A staff cover.
Ignore them. Legitimately, though, could you price check this, and I'll have Shal show him the flask. Maybe you
Oh.
can give a value to this.
All right.
That really is more in my realm. Did you take this from the Thunder Beast clan's cairns to the southwest?
No,
by
we
any
traded
chance?
it to the from the dwarves.
Who
The dwarves
subsequently
took it
did that.
from
Where
the
did you
clan.
make
Shut
this
up.
trade again?
Shut up.
It's really. I mean, we get Thunder Beast relics from the Uthgard barbarians all the time around here. That cairn is a treasure chest to people who can search the dirt and the stone. It is quite an interesting piece, though. I'd date it to maybe 1,000 years ago, back when the Thunder Beast clan actually existed.
Shall, you said that potion was still good, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, funny thing about potions is that they tend to keep very well if the containers they're in
That's fair enough.
are of significant quality. He's going to briefly think about, do potions have radioactive half-lives? But then he's going to shake his head and think these guys don't
People
know
even
anything about
know what radioactive half-lives are.
that. Hey, it's a
and
potion. This could be radiation. We could all be in fever dreams from poisoning.
that's all Dungeons and Dragons is. Just a bunch of people in a hospital in fever dreams caused by, brain tumors and sicknesses.
Well, now I'm sad.
He will say, it's a significantly valuable piece of archaeological history that you're holding what looks like some sort of healing potion in. So, if that makes you taste any better going down, I guess that you do you.
Well, what I'm considering is, would you be willing to purchase it, and then we can just transfer the potion inside to one of your lovely, sculpted, branded potion vials trademark?
Yeah, see, I don't need flasks. As you said, I make my own. So thank you for the offer, but I don't really think I could pay you what you're expecting to get.
I just realized we sold this to I think I got all sorts of mixed up. I thought we were talking to a jewel crafter, and then all of a sudden we started talking about potions.
No, it's because
went
you
to an
guys went
alchemist.
back to the potion seller to see, what...
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Said potion seller, I'm going into battle.
Potion seller.
So, to summarize the entire interaction, staff machine broke. Demon runes, my dude. Understandable. Have a great day.
I think you put too much effort into that one, but I mean,
We'll
we now
s- you
know
will
that.
say, I'll let you know this. This actually isn't a ruby. It's colored like a ruby.
Oh.
This
Is
is
it
a
an
diamond.
amethyst?
Uh,
Oh. That honestly sort of just frightens me more on what could be trapped in there.
Yes. Just know that it's in knowing hands. I'll try to keep this away from anybody who's trying to rule me a bar with a demonic fist. Rest
Can I
assured.
make an insight check just to be sure?
Okay.
Just be careful of people with gravelly voice and men in robes.
He seems to be earnest, but he's noticing you raising your eyebrow, and he says, I'm not a sorcerer, man.
I'm sorry. It's...
I'm a potion seller.
Don't make a potion out of that diamond.
I just wouldn't want to be responsible for any terrible things to come out of that thing.
Well, out of this conversation, I know that I now have a fancy flask.
Yeah, with a
I'm
potion
pretty
of greater
happy.
healing. So I think we can
Yes,
just head to the
wonderful,
next.
Shal. Now you can support your bad habit in style.
All right, let's go back to the
It's all I ever
Harshnag
wanted.
map. So we've done Morgar's Mound. I think at this point, I'm thinking either Shining White or Flint. Maybe Shining White to Flint Rock, unless we get pulled to another town from a discovery.
You're shining white, you'll be looking for a porcelain mask. Flint Rock, you'll be looking for a mithril spear tip.
Ooh.
I think the mask should be easier to find, assuming it's a giant's mask. I think that's a fair assumption to make.
Let me consult. Because I know you would have asked Harshnag about each of these relics.
Yeah.
Mhm. It's like, well, we've got this dragonborn mask, but that's not what we're looking for. Smash.
I think that's copyrighted. Todd Howard's gonna break down your
Yes,
door.
it is sized for a giant.
Yeah, that should be really easy to find. I'm expecting us to just find a giant statue with a mask on it when we get there.
Yeah.
Mask for
There's
sale.
a big
Anybody want a
Templeton
giant
mask, and
porcelain
it's filled
mask?
with masks.
20 gold.
Yeah.
Just
well.
found it in the dirt.
How
To be fair,
convenient.
how many did we have to find? It was just like 3 relics, right?
You only needed to find one. I don't know
Oh.
why you guys keep coming. Like, I haven't stopped you because it's your adventure, so. You
Good.
I don't know. It feels
But,
like
like,
because I
completionism.
remember
Or
him saying
something
that
for
one of
bringing
them.
more?
I remember one of the he stated that one of the places had an area where like a giant that we could stop the entire thing if we go there, or
Or,
someone's
I
plan.
believe the phrase was like the more artifacts you retrieve, the more options are presented to you, or something like that.
Yeah, the
And
artifacts
honestly-
are all they're all linked to a certain giant lord. So if you wanted to pursue more than one, then you would need a separate artifact. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
Mhm.
Yeah, so that makes sense.
It also just feels like
Given our
completionism.
options.
We can get all of the Giants' artifacts back and really screw over these barbarians.
Well, they
Steal
did
all their
steal.
cultural relics.
just like the British.
But, I mean, I would be okay with... I mean, worst comes to worst. There's one we're not going to be able to find because of the Great Worm Cavern.
Yeah, you did say you didn't want to go there.
Well, Harshnag said we didn't want to go there, and I think I trust him pretty well. But, I mean, I'm okay with continuing and at least, like, shining light to Flint Rock, especially with we have an airship. It's not going to take too long of a trip to each one.
Yeah, no, I agree.
It's just, if we ever feel that we've found enough, let me, like, voice your opinion, and we can potentially just go back and see.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I want to call it here because I'll have to prepare the next node.
That's
No
right.
problem. It's also been an hour, so
It's
that'll be
10,
it.
so yeah, we're good on time.
That
And
was
you all
a
figured
proper
out
session.
the mysteries of the things you have.
Yeah.
That's the
What a name.
worst, like, knockoff of those, like, horror shows. The mysteries of the thing.
You have tales of interest.
Yeah.
I've mixed the DNA of every evil creature into the evilest creature of all.
Turns out it's man.
Anyways, good night for now.
Good night, folks.